we in?
Yep.
Awesome. And it starts with hacker voice. We're in. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Nothing to Do with Hackers Whatsoever. This is Waverly Summer 98, a bubble gumshoe campaign set somewhere vaguely in the Midwest during the summer of 1998. And the party has just learned about ghosts. We're going to go ahead and just do a quick round the table, who you are and who you're playing. And we will start with Austin.
Hi, I'm Austin. I'm Austin. My pronouns are he, him, and I will be playing Leon, the pop culture. I don't like the word fanatic. Fan? He's a pop culture dude. His pronouns are also he, him.
Awesome. And Wasa.
Hey guys, Wasa, they, them. I am playing Basil, who is also a they, them. Big fan of sports. Big fan of Friends. That's it.
And KP.
Hi, I'm KP, and I'm playing Arwind Gupta. He's a Indian-born but Americanized kid. Mostly grew up here. His family came from India. They run the local, the local motel. Motels. I don't know why that didn't come out right. He is an aspiring journalist and photographer, and he helps run the desk at the motel time to time. And so nice to see you guys.
And Ren. Oh, nope, not Ren. Michelle. Did not mean to skip you. Sorry.
I'm here. Hi, I'm Michelle. I play Darcy. Our pronouns are she, her. Darcy is a gearhead who is unfazed by ghosts.
And now Ren.
I'm Ren. I use they, them pronouns. I am playing Cory, who's he, him pronouns, and Cory is our jock with a heart of gold. That's probably about right? I don't know.
It's all right. And I am Sarah. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm playing everybody else. Everybody and everything else. So quick recap from last week. The party, the friends, call you all the friends, you're not the D&D party, had spent the day, went to go see the X-Files movie, and then had some fun with ice cream and video games at the pizza parlor. And then at the end of the day, after night had fallen, Arwind heard a really loud noise from down the street, went to go investigate, saw some strangeness happening at the movie theater, went back, grabbed a couple of his friends, Cory and Darcy, and went to go investigate it, during which you found an actual ghost hanging out in the projector room. Small boy, dressed in very old clothing from, like, maybe not quite Pilgrim era, but, not recently. And the boy's name was Zachariah. With a little bit of knowledge from Darcy, we're able to realize that he should not have been there, should have stayed in the cemetery, and got him back. And that's where we ended, with the three of you standing in the cemetery, staring at the slight fog that was rolling around and the wispy kind of lights that Darcy had claimed were ghosts. And it's probably a little past midnight at this point.
Yeah. Did you also mention that the barn, the lights at the barn were on?
Oh, that's
Lights
a
at
good
the
point.
farmhouse. Yeah.
Totally forgot about that. Yes. So also, there is an abandoned farmhouse just a little bit outside of town that has been abandoned since any of these characters are aware of it. And as they were sort of looking around the cemetery for any evidence of strangeness, other than ghosts, didn't find any in the cemetery, but did notice that the lights in that abandoned farmhouse are on.
All right.
So Darcy would have just been like, I'm going to take all of you back home now. Get some sleep. We'll get everyone together. You're safe. You are safe. We'll get everyone together. And then we'll talk about it.
Okay. Yeah, I really think we're not ready for whatever it is you said we're not ready for. So
We're not. We need information. And
okay.
We'll get it. But
Yeah.
both of you get some sleep.
I've gotten one more ghost sighting than I was gonna get tonight, so I think we're good. Yeah.
Yeah. And don't start talking about it to everybody. Yeah.
We have to tell Leon.
Oh, we will tomorrow. We're gonna tell our friends.
Okay.
All right.
We're gonna tell Leon and Basil tomorrow. And yeah.
So I shouldn't tell my mom.
Probably not. I mean, you can try. I highly doubt they're gonna believe us.
They're not going to. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, my mom kind of trusts me, and if I say I saw a ghost, because I totally did, I think they'll believe me.
I hope. You know what? I hope so. I hope so. If you have that type of relationship with your mom, go for it. Although my grandfather knows about it, my mother still rolls her eyes. So, yeah.
Yeah, but
I just I don't want to get in trouble because technically I should be at the desk, and I don't want my parents to find out that I'm not sitting there and I'm running around gallivanting across town.
Oh yeah.
Probably best if they don't know. You can tell your mom, but if you trust her that you won't tell my parents.
If you don't want me to tell, I can. I don't tell.
Yeah, just I'm not.
Because
immigrant parents, man. I'm telling you, I'm bad juju. It's not gonna end well for me. So let's keep it on the hush. Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna take out my camera just as a quick thing before heading out. I want to take a picture of the farmhouse while it lights up, just so I'm paranoid that it's gonna go away and it's just a figment of my imagination. So I'm gonna go take a picture of the farmhouse and a picture of the graveyard just to see if I can capture anything.
Okay. Cool. Excellent. So Darcy drives you two back home. Arwind, to no surprise whatsoever, there's nobody waiting for you at the front desk at 12:30 in the morning. But yep. And Darcy, you drop Cory off as well. And then is there anything you three want to do before we switch to tomorrow?
Nope.
No.
Okay.
I want to get to telling the others.
All right. So the rest of the night, to Leon and Basil, this was an uneventful evening for you.
I've had
no
the best
idea.
sleep.
You had amazing sleep. Leon had some pretty good sleep as well. Your mom made an awesome dinner, and then you got to read comics for the evening. It was great. And you wake up in the morning. It is Monday morning, which for most of you doesn't mean anything in summer. And yes, sun is up again. Still no strange lights or noises. It sort of sounds like Waverly in the morning, the way that it's supposed to.
So Darcy is quick up, dressed. Yep. Bye, mom, dad. Immediately goes
Bye.
to immediately goes to grandpa.
Okay.
Tells him everything.
He's listening so intently and so delightedly to hear you talk about this. Remind me, Darcy has not had any ghost encounters before this, right? She's just heard about it from her grandfather.
Heard about it. She's been to the graveyard. She hasn't really had nothing like that, but he had told her how to, you know.
Mhm.
So yeah, but this detailed and a name and knowing and all that type of stuff, he is on it.
He is delighted to hear this from you for sure. Gets a little concerned at the mention of the lights on in the farmhouse, though. Not enough to like, deflate any of the excitement, but just more of a
I know.
Interesting.
I know not to go out there yet. I know we need more
No.
information. And I was hoping, like, because I know we're doing our
Mhm.
Monday thing, you're going to hang out with everyone. If you can do, find out if like everything's fine at the movie theater, like if they think someone broke in, if they think anything weird happened there, and
Yeah. I'll ask
yeah,
around. See what we can find out. The disappearing principal's a little odd too.
yeah, but
Uh,
you
sorry,
know
go ahead.
how to, Grandpa. You know how to make people say things that they didn't think you asked about. So I know you can do
Yeah,
it.
I'll ask around. See what I can find out for you.
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell my 4 other friends.
You
I
trust
trust.
them?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I trust you.
Thank you, Grandpa.
He's drinking. Is Grandpa a coffee or a tea drinker?
Coffee.
Yeah, it is super strong, like
Yeah.
ultra black coffee. He's just drinking.
Yeah.
You see this like sparkle in his eyes. We were talking about ghosts. He's excited about it.
Yeah. So we get in the truck, and then I take him, to the diner so he can start making his rounds and such.
Okay.
And then probably I want to go out to Basil's.
Okay.
Because I want to, because I don't know what her work schedule is going to be like and everything. And I'm going to head out to Basil's. So that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, you drive on out to Basil's. Yeah, easy. Basil's there.
Farm.
Basil
Yeah.
they've had an incredible night's sleep, so they are just super well rested and, energetic. Did not have a late night like the rest of you did.
And it's like, if you fly overseas and it's the trying to get used to the new time zone, it's just clicked that it's like everything now makes sense sleep-wise. So it's there, Basil's there, like chipper in the morning on like the ride-along lawnmower, just like going ham, just driving around. Sees like, well, here's the truck first, I guess. And it's like, yeah. And just like turns the ride-along lawnmower and starts going up to near the fence.
Morning. What's your day like today?
Well, Mom gave me the day off, because we're doing the big run on Wednesday. So pretty empty actually. Why?
Okay.
What's going on?
Some things happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to get everyone together so I don't have to tell the same story like 7 times.
Gotcha.
Because
Makes sense.
I know Leon's going to have a ton of questions, so I'm probably going to have to tell the story a couple of times for him. So, yeah. So if you can, grab what you need for today and hop in the truck.
Gotcha. Just let my mom know, and
Of course.
I'll go come back. So Basil runs over to the house. He's like, Mom, I'm going to hang out with my mates. That good? And
Yeah.
All right, let me know. I'll come back. But we're probably just going to be where, the usual places.
Yeah, I mean, small town. I'm not going to attempt an Australian accent. It will be very bad.
Right, how's it going?
But yeah, she waves you off. Says, enjoy your day off. Yeah.
Sweet. And I'll run back, hop in the truck. Do you look, does Darcy look like on edge, or what does Darcy look?
You probably haven't seen Darcy kind of, she's trying to be calm. She's really, it's like, gotta be calm. But then it's like, oh my gosh, this happened. Calm about it. Oh my gosh, this happened, but calm about it. Just trying that cycle of, I got this. I do. Really? Sure.
Like from Basil's like pocket of Basil's jacket has like brings out like, packet of like, mixed nuts or something. He's like, do you want some? Like you look like
Yeah. Did I eat breakfast?
No, I think you just bounced.
Yeah, I forgot. I forgot food. Thanks.
No worries.
Yeah. So does Cory have school today?
I think we determined that yes.
Yes. It's probably not an all day thing. But I think at least part of it would be.
Okay. So what I'm going to do, it's like, okay, look, Basil, something weird happened last night, and I'm going to, since on the way, I'm looking at the map. So since on the way back from Basil's, right? Yeah. When we come back, we can go down Silver Street, right? And go to the Historic Society.
Yep.
I want to pop in there.
Okay.
To talk to Nancy.
Okay. She's sitting at the desk, in, just skirt and t-shirt. Currently no one's in there. But she's manning the desk anyway, is handwriting some notes with a couple of books spread around her. Hey, Darcy.
Hi, Nancy. This is Basil. Basil, this is Nancy.
Hey, Basil.
She's working on a paper about Waverly. How's that going?
I mean, it's going kind of stuck on this chapter. And she holds up her pad of notes, which is basically a bunch of stick figures. Like, she's not made it very far on this particular topic that she's trying to get down. What's up?
Yeah. I'm interested in knowing the layout of the town in the beginning, like what was here, like before the movie theater, for example, and things like that.
Oh, town maps? Yeah, we got those. And she points you kind of to a corner of the Historical Society. It's a historical society and museum. And it's largely just a collection, like 4 rooms with occasional displays in them. But she points you to one of the back rooms. You've been in there before, and says, maps are on the, they're on the, kind of drawing a map in her head, 3rd shelf by the door.
Thank you.
There should be one in there. Yeah. Let me know if you find what you're looking for.
Okay. Basil, you willing to look with me?
Yeah, sure. What are we looking from? What kind of maps?
Okay. So, okay. All right. Look, something weird happened last night, and I need to find out what was here before the movie theater was built. So let's see how far back we can go, and then see what was here before then.
All right. Starts looking around to the books and stuff like that and the maps.
Yeah.
That was very loud. Okay. Yeah. You've got points in town lore.
I got 2 points in
A
town.
couple of them in there. And those academic or investigative abilities, those are the ones you just like, you don't have to roll for them. They just happen if you've got the skill. So yeah, you're able to find a map. The oldest it goes back is to like the late 1800s. It looks like there might have been later maps earlier maps from that. But you see just that it's sort of deteriorated paper pieces left in there that they just sort of probably gave up on trying to restore anything past that. But you're looking specifically for like where the movie theater was. It is an apartment house.
So before it was a movie theater, it was
was one of those houses that had 2 or 3 apartments in it.
Oh, so it was a home first?
Yes. A home for multiple. So it's a large building, but it was split into homes for multiple families.
Okay. And then can I figure out when it was torn down and made into something else?
Yeah, those records are easily, if you flip through maps at some point in the 50s, because that's when movies would have been. Movies were before the 50s, so 50s works. It was not torn down, but like gutted and turned into the movie theater.
I probably would have looked at this before, because probably earlier I would have been like curious about why we have all these like water names, but then there's no. So has there ever been like a lake or a water? Like, does it ever show on the maps at all?
Nope.
Okay. All right. So no water. Okay. All right.
So what's with looking at the history of the movie theater?
Something weird happened there last night.
Right.
And then has the graveyard always been the graveyard?
Yes, the graveyard has always been the graveyard.
Okay. Because we got places like that here where I live. Okay. And is there another cemetery? Because it seems though perhaps that one is that the only one, or is that like the old one and then there's like another one in town where?
That's the only one. It's super old. So there's and I mean, you've walked around there with your grandfather, so you've seen that there are graves dating back to like the 1700s in there, along with recent ones as well. It's super old, but yeah.
All right, but it is the only cemetery. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Was there any other like sort of like bigger building around the movie theater, or is it basically kind of like there wasn't like something like a whole like a building that was there and then all of a sudden maybe it burned down or anything like that near there? It was just
no, that entire section of the street has always been like, until it got turned into the movie theater and a couple of like other commercial buildings, that whole block used to be residential in some form.
Okay. And then Basil, if you're willing to look for one more thing, can we find out on the maps? And I'm going to and tell her about like, okay, like, so you know where my house is, and if you take that, there's that weird abandoned. So I want to see if on the maps, if that abandoned farmhouse is anywhere on any of those maps.
Cool, can look at that. And do I know anything about the abandoned farmhouse or anything? Because, like, of the Del Rosario being, like, a farm here as well? Like, was there anything between our farms?
That farmhouse, on every single map that you look at, Darcy, that farmhouse is there. All the way back. Same location, and it's a farmhouse in style, but so everybody calls it the farmhouse, but there's never actually been a farm there. It's a residence outside of town that just sort of took that moniker on. But it is on every map all the way, dating as back as far as you can find.
Oh.
Just like Ren's face there was beautiful.
Basil. And so Darcy's just going to look at that and they're like, it's still there. Basil, look, it's still there. It's still there.
Building's still there.
And
then just like looking back. Oh, that's cool.
Okay. Look, thank you for your patience. Thank you.
No worries.
All right. I don't know if we want to cut to somebody as we're researching.
Yeah, so while you are digging through maps, Leon, what's your morning look like?
Probably at the shop. Monday morning, gotta go help set up at the shop. Helping set up, counting the counting the register, like making sure things are ready for the day, drinking Capri Sun. Trying to convince my parents to let me play Gin and Juice over the loudspeaker, and they're not having it.
They're really not having it.
It's like generic ambient shopping music is on light top 40s, just like very low in the background.
Yep.
And like every few minutes I like take a bit of Capri Sun and I'm like, okay, just one song, and they're like, no.
Yep.
Like you know that CD. Does anyone else remember this? That Pure Moods CD?
Yes, I was just thinking about that.
There was like the scrolly TV ad that had that Enigma song.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh goodness. Yeah. So there's some Pure Mood stuff happening in the background, music wise. As your dad's maybe doing some inventory, your mom's kind of setting up like a display, and you're counting. Getting the register,
drinking Capri Suns,
and trying to get your parents to play something that's not this CD.
Literally anything else would be
like anything other than this.
But it's probably just that, and then yeah.
All right, and then Arwind, what's your morning look like?
Oh,
you're muted,
no.
buddy.
Ghosts knocked
there
the
you
voice out of him.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, I was just saying he is passed the hell out right now. It was a late night, and then after he came back, he still had to be at the desk until like 2 or 3 in the morning. So he's, unless like, what time exactly are we at right now?
Probably around, call it around like 10-ish, because they spent a couple hours in the
okay.
research.
Yeah, then he's waking up right now. Then yeah, he'll be awake. I want to say that he's like really tired looking though, because he probably didn't get a good night's sleep because of all these things running through his head. Part of it is just he's scared because now that he found out that ghosts are real, he's like, oh my god, my parents' superstitions and everything and all the really weird things that they always did probably have something to do with something. So now he's like all over the place on that. And then on top of that, he's also super excited because he's like, oh my god, I probably have the biggest scoop of my life. This is probably gonna like, rocket me to where I want to go. So he's really excited to like see if he can get those photos that he took developed as fast as he can. So he woke up, he definitely looks tired, like his eyes are puffy and stuff, but he's like booking it and trying to get ready so he can get through the day.
Awesome. And then cut over to Cory.
Cory slept great. And then Cory got up with his alarm and, grabbed his backpack.
That's impressive for a 16-year-old boy in the summer.
Drank. Well, Cory has a fitness routine and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
And I think then he's off on his way to summer school with a piece of toast hanging out of his mouth, like a good old anime character.
Awesome.
He's fine. He's not phased. That was all weird, but whatever. We saw a weird movie. It's fine. Some of that was probably in my head.
And then back to Darcy and Basil, just as you're sort of making that connection that farmhouse is on every map all the way back that you can find.
Bit weird.
Yeah, that's weird. So Nancy,
Yeah? Did you find what you were looking for?
yeah, these maps are great. Are great. You don't have like birth and death records or property records or things like that. That would be
the courthouse, the county recorder. Yes, that's right. They would have that. The courthouse. No, we don't have that though. But they do.
okay. So what are you thinking about, this overall possible oddness of Waverly?
I mean, been here for a while, a few months. It's a small town. It's got a lot of things named after water, which is a little weird, but the honestly, the Midwest has an obsession with naming stuff after stuff that's not anywhere near it. But I mean, I haven't seen anything, but that doesn't mean it's not there. I just haven't seen it yet. I'm not sure whether I want to or not, honestly.
But you said data and evidence.
That's what's gonna prove one way or the other. Right now, I have no data saying yes. Therefore, the answer is no, but that doesn't mean the yes data is not there.
One day, data and evidence. Got it. Okay. So, yeah. You're going to have to, so probably, I'm going to wait to Cory. Cory probably, summer school is probably what, like half a day?
Yeah, it's like half a day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can fast forward to lunchtime-ish. Cory, you did not have a pop quiz on algebra today. And all of your homework was 100% correct. The teacher went over it all with everybody and you had 100% on your homework. And so yeah, pretty good summer school day, honestly.
All right, yeah, then Cory will be, walking on his way back home, starting to drag at this point. The lack of sleep is now hitting. Like that lunchtime crash I remember so well in high school.
Yes.
Oh my god, yes.
I remember that one. But yeah, Basil and Darcy, you are together. Leon's at the shop on Main Street, and Arwind is... Are you working at the hotel desk, or are you just home?
Oh, no, I'm not working. I'm just home. I'm getting ready.
Got it.
Okay, so so I'm going to go to a payphone.
Oh God.
Oh boy. Yeah, there's one. It's in the parking. It's in the parking lot of the bank. Yeah.
Yeah. And of course I got quarters. So I'm first going to call Arwind and make sure he's okay.
All right. So I'll pick up the phone like, hey.
Arwind, it's Darcy.
Hey, how you doing? You okay?
Doing good with Basil. We've been looking into some things. I haven't been able to tell them everything. I wanted to tell everyone everything when we got together. I didn't know if you wanted to do if you're getting the photos developed before, like where do you want to meet?
I mean, if you guys want to come with me, I mean, if we have the time and we're down for that, we can all go together. Or, wait, where would be this is for the DM.
Yeah.
Where would be is there like a red room somewhere that I can go? A dark room
Yeah.
somewhere?
There's a dark room. There's one in the high school, and there's also one in the newspaper office.
Okay. Would I have access to the one at the high school? Is the high school?
Yeah, high school's open
considering
because
it's
there's
summer.
summer school, and
Oh, okay.
you have a reputation as the photographer, so you kind of have, as long as the school is open, no one's gonna question you wandering in and out of a dark room.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'll just be like, I mean, I could meet up with you guys at the school where the dark room's at. You can meet me there, or we can all head over there afterwards if you want. I'm open to whichever. Do you want to pick up the rest of them?
Yeah, because if you go to school, you do the thing, you'll find Cory. And
Okay.
you snack Cory, and then
Okay.
and then.
I mean, it's about time
Okay.
where his classes might be ending, so I might catch him
Yeah.
on the way back. But yeah, if I can catch him, I am so tired though.
It's okay, it's all right. And then I'll go pick up Leon, and then we'll meet you back up at the school, and then we'll. Okay.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right. Cool.
Sounds good. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right.
Bye. All right. I'm gonna jump on my bike.
Okay.
I'm not feeling like ready to drive right now, so I'm gonna go jump on the bike and head over to
Awesome.
school.
Deal.
This is exciting. No idea what's going on. It's just like this is a mystery.
You've heard half of that. You heard one half of that conversation.
Yeah.
I love Basil.
You're here for it, whatever's happening.
And the camera panning over to Basil. This is exciting.
Just eating some of the nuts.
Yeah, basically just like throwing, like trying to catch them as the conversation's happening.
And then okay. Look, Basil,
do I
you've been
catch?
great.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna ask. Do I catch Cory on his way
Yeah.
back? Okay.
We can say that you kind of like cross paths in the street.
Okay.
With Cory. Yeah.
All right. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure. But
Yeah.
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
Darcy.
no. Yeah.
So need to get to Leon.
Yep. Cool. Let's do it.
Yeah. And then you know what? You two will be there, and then I can tell I'll tell Leon, and then I'll tell him and you what happened. And then I will ask Leon to not ask me any questions until we're all together, so he can have time to think about it. To think about it.
Process. Gotcha.
Okay. Can you back
Gotcha.
me up on that?
Sure can. I'll just talk about Sailor Moon. It's fine. I got this.
Okay. Great. Okay. So we go over to Leon's.
Yep. Pull up. Leon, you hear Darcy's truck outside through the Anya of Pure Moods.
Oh dang! Shoot! I gotta go. Dang! This music. I'm sorry. I gotta go. I'm sorry. I gotta go.
Be back for dinner.
Yeah. No, but do you guys actually need some help? I'm sorry. I didn't think they were coming today.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
You're okay. Thank you. Though.
Oh dang! Love you guys. Oh
Love you too.
shoot! I'll like walk out. Oh drat! Hey guys, what's up? I didn't think we were hanging out today.
Yeah, something happened last night.
Hey Basil.
Here, let me
what?
you know what? I need food.
Okay.
So I'll like if we So I want to go to let's go eat someplace. I want to booth off to where I can after, and then wait till the food comes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Arwind was on desk duty. He heard a noise. Was at the movie theater. Ended up being kind of odd. Ended up calling Cory. Ended up calling me because with tools and everything and such. How do you feel about ghosts?
Absolutely terrified.
Darcy, you tell me you saw a ghost.
Yes.
He like puts down his water. Okay. And he takes out like a little notebook. What kind? We talking full body, temporal? What's up? How see through?
And it's like, okay. Actually spoke. Actually knew he was dead. His name's Zachariah.
And he can talk, and he knows he's dead. Okay.
He knows he's dead. So I know you two weren't born here.
Mm-hmm.
And what's interesting is that the oddness of Waverly, it's one of those things that people don't want to acknowledge. My grandfather is one of the few who actually knows what's going on, kind of knows what's going on, doesn't know can't explain everything, but actually acknowledges the oddness, actually knows about the ghost in the cemetery, actually, and this taught me as much as he could. But we don't openly talk about it because people don't want to talk about it. People don't want to acknowledge it. It's one of those open secrets that everyone ignores and no one talks about. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that tracks with everything else. How see-through was the ghost? Are we talking like Casper situation, Slimer, full on, like full body? What's up? What do we got?
Well, when you shine a light on him, of course, actually, lost detail, but you could tell what he was wearing. Basically, full body. Was able to.
How old was he? Like, how long ago did he die?
This is like 1800s.
Okay.
Basil?
Basil's concerned face this entire conversation.
Oh, Basil?
Yep. Cool.
Yeah. Are you okay?
I'm fine. It's okay.
Basil, do you not ghost?
I do not ghost.
Oh. Was he like friendly? Are we talking Casper situation here, or we got like a poltergeist?
I want to check on Basil. Are you okay?
It's all good.
No,
I'm good.
You've been amazing to me today, and like you gave me food because I forgot breakfast, and I kind of dragged you into this without really asking you, and that was kind of, oh my goodness, have I done like irreparable damage to you?
It's all good.
I'm okay.
No,
okay.
It's all right. It's all good.
I
felt worse about the FIFA than this. It's fine. All right.
Okay, so was able to take Zachariah back to the graveyard. This is what was odd, was that something pulled Zachariah from the graveyard into the movie theater.
Oh, that's... Okay, so Basil, I'm with you now. That's concerning.
That sounds...
I thought we just had like a Casper, he'd like hang out and like we
no
pizza and he would like drop it and we'd all laugh, but
no, this is
Leon puts his notebook away. I'm out.
Okay.
High five.
All right. No, you know what? I would appreciate it if you two don't tell anyone, and then
so good.
Cory and Arwind and I can pick up the investigation.
No.
If you two don't want to be here, how about this?
I'm here to help.
We're meeting Arwind and Cory up at the school. How about we finish eating? You two just sort of process it, and then we're going to get together, and then we're going to talk more about everything, because there's things on Arwind's end that he needs to describe as well. And Cory probably saw something that maybe we didn't, since we've had time to think about it. So, I mean, if you want to be involved.
Sounds good.
Yeah?
Yeah, sure. Are we, where are we eating, by the way? Is it like the pizza place?
Yeah, you're at the pizza
Yeah.
place.
Basil orders one more pizza. Just to deal with the sitch. Yes.
Yeah,
That's
after
one more
after you're
pizza.
like, think about it, Leon's like, okay, and definitely gets up to go to like the Street Fighter cabinet and like mindlessly do something for a second and is like mothering. Like, pulled from the graveyard, super normal thing. Something pulled the ghost from the graveyard. The ghost. I'm a teenager. I can deal with that. The ghost from the graveyard.
And like as you're muttering, it's like Basil's like walking over, hears you muttering about ghosts from the graveyard, turns around and starts walking back to Darcy. This isn't a joke, right? This is real. This isn't like you guys pulling my leg because I reacted weird to the Sixth Sense ad, right?
No, I don't joke about things like this.
Gotcha.
My grandfather and I, we talk about it. I've told him because he knows how to react because obviously he taught me, and he knows how to ask the right questions, to make sure that, people don't think the movie theater was kind of vandalized or anything like that. And he has this way. It's like, you remind me a little bit like of him, like with the whole social thing, like you two, how you could just like, people just talk to you and then sometimes they'll get so relaxed and they'll just say something that they don't mean. Like they just think it's casual conversation. They don't realize they're dropping information nuggets. And like you could do that. He can do that. I can't. That's not me.
It's all right. I get it. It's all good. Well, as long as he's a friendly ghost, I guess it's fine. Right. This is not creepy things in the mirror that you look at. It looks back at you. It turns around and gets real creepy.
The majority of the spirits that are actually at the graveyard, it's not supposed to leave the graveyard. They're pretty basically not harmful. They're not.
Cool.
Am I right? Like I would know, like if we had. So we don't have one of those weird like bridge ghost lady things or anything like that.
No, the ghosts in Waverly, like you've heard those ghost stories, but they're not here. So you don't have any of those like hitchhiking, like the girl asking for the ride or any of the like super creepy stories.
Okay.
It's just there's just ghosts.
There's just ghosts, and they're pretty much friendly. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Oh. Yeah. Great. All right. I can deal with that.
Yeah, so Sakura is very friendly. That's the way they usually are. Very scared though, very scared. So, because he realizes that he should not have been able to be pulled out.
All right. That's weird. Wonder what made that happen.
I know. That's why I had with the maps and such. I was trying to figure out like why the movie theater? Like, is there something special about the movie theater? Was it just a random place and that's the farmhouse, the lights were on and nobody's lived there.
Oh.
And the fact that farmhouse at a not farm, it's always been there. That's kind of, So when we get everybody together, get a lot of information to,
Gotcha.
Leon walks back over. All right. Thought about it. Beat up some people in Street Fighter 2 for a sec. I'm back in. I was concerned. Ghosts do not leave the cemetery. That's where they stay, and we stay out here, and everyone's fine. I'm fine. It's fine.
They're friendly ghosts, Leon.
I know we got
that.
It's a bunch of Caspers, but it's concerning that something upset Casper.
Yeah, you don't upset Casper. That's weird.
Yeah. It's like, but if the truth is here, we gotta find it. It's out there.
It's from the movie.
It is from the movie. that I was gonna go see it today, but I'm probably not gonna do that now.
Yeah.
I think it's best. I agree. Alrighty.
You ready to go
Then-
to the school?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good to go. Good to go.
All right. So we cut from that as you all load into the car, or the truck of Arwind and Cory meeting up kind of on the street.
Is that Cory? Hey,
Hey,
hey, you done with class?
yeah,
How'd it go? Did you have the quiz?
I didn't have a quiz, but you know, I got all the homework done right.
I am so freaking proud, man. So happy. Like, so you got the boxes. The boxes helped.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. I'm glad. But okay. Do you have anything going on? Are you about to head home, or what's going on?
I mean, I'm probably gonna go home and take a nap, and then probably do some training for, the start of the next season.
Okay. No pressure, but I'm about to head back into the school. I know you're coming straight from there, but I'm gonna go develop the shots that I took last night. Maybe we'll see something in there. I don't know if that
Yeah.
excites you, and I also know that Darcy's picking up the rest of the gang and meeting us up here at school.
Yeah. I mean,
Are you okay? You sure you
yeah,
can?
yeah. Naps
I know
aren't
you're
very
tired.
handy anyway,
Okay. All right. Cool. All right.
Let's go get some Mountain Dew or something. Yeah.
Okay. You want to stop by we could stop by the gas station nearby. How is a gas station decently
There's
close?
a gas station / convenience store actually in town. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, is that the one where my brother works at, or
Yeah.
is that
Mhm.
Okay, cool. We can go see my brother, and maybe he can hook us up with some Mountain Dew or something.
Your
A
brother?
couple. Cory, you met him?
Did I?
Yes,
Oh,
yeah. The other brown guy that's there. No, okay. We'll go. We'll ask him, and hopefully, we can get some snacks and stuff, and then we'll go head over to the school. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. So we head over to the gas station to see my brother.
Mhm.
And so I open the door, and I'm
Little
like, hey,
bell.
Tharun.
Ding.
Yeah.
Hey. He looks up
Tharun.
from he's reading it's summer, so he's not in class, but he's reading a book, just super bored behind the cash register.
Now,
Hey.
I as Ren forget, is this an older or a younger brother?
Older brother.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's the one
in college,
college.
right?
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, Tharun, hey.
Arwind.
Arwind's brother.
Hey, Arwind's friend.
Snacks. Can you hook us up? You hook your brother up a little here, you know?
We're
Come
so
on.
terrible. Rubbing off.
Buddy, pal, hook a brother up.
I mean, with what?
Just some snacks. I was up all night behind the counter. You remember how that was? I'm dying here.
Yeah,
And
don't envy that. Don't. And kind of like pulls a couple of Mountain Dews out for you guys.
Nice.
And puts them on the counter. And
sweet.
snacks of choice as well.
Oh,
Just
were those really sour candies? What was that? Sour heads? The mega sour heads?
The Warheads.
Yes.
Yes.
This would be
Yeah.
about the
I'm like
time
just-
that like the little baggies of Doritos would be like 50 cents. Too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just, I don't want to get you in trouble. I'm sorry. I forgot to ask. I know. Is it all right? I mean, I can bring some money later. I just
No,
didn't have any.
this is from the stuff that this is gonna expire next week, so it would get tossed anyway. So just
You're giving me
still
the
good.
scraps.
yeah,
Okay, cool.
because it's gonna
Cool.
we're gonna have to get rid of it anyway. So yeah,
If I get sick, I'll tell Mom who it was by.
If the expiration date is next week, you're fine.
Okay. How's college coming along?
I mean, it's going. What's your brother majoring in?
Oh, that is a good question. Yeah. He's going for medical. That's
Oh,
right.
he's pre-med. Okay.
Yeah, he's pre-med.
So he's not reading a fiction book. He's got like a medical like textbook out in front of him. And he's like got pages of just immaculate notes that he's taking. He goes, just studying.
I do not. I'd rather be at the desk again. I don't know what you're doing. I don't. Is this really what you want to do?
I don't know. Maybe.
I mean,
I don't know what else to do.
Dude, we're in America. Come on. It's not like we're back with our parents. And it's not like our parents back in India. It's where options were limited. You could do whatever. Anyways, we can have this conversation later. We need to have this conversation later. We got to get going, but miss you, dude. All right.
Miss you too. Oh, wait, hang on. There's more. And he like pulls out like a thing of ding dongs, also expiring next week, and just like throws it at you as you're heading out the door.
Oh, you're the best. Love you, man.
Love you too.
All right. Bye, bro.
Bye.
And then I'll head
Bye,
out.
Arwind's brother.
Bye, Arwind's friend.
Cory, okay. All right.
I don't really. So after we get out of there, I don't really understand any of that. Like, you don't want him to go to college?
No, it's not that. I mean, it's a typical immigrant story, right? Your parents move to a new country that for a better life for them and their kids, and then they want you to have the opportunities that they never had. But usually those opportunities are limited to two things: either an engineer or a doctor. And yeah, outside of that, it's anything else is considered a fail. So to them, that's a sign of success, is being one of those, those options. I remember my dad one time taking out his fingers and he goes, "All right, pick a finger," but it was literally just this. And then I was like, "What? But where's my other choice?" He's like, "That's your choice." And so, yeah, that's I'm sure Basil could probably back me up a little bit on that, but it's just the way it is. And I don't know. I don't feel like I want to be in a box, like that. That's why I want to be a journalist. That's why I do photography instead.
Cory still looks really perplexed, and you can see the gears turning, trying to figure out what the appropriate thing to say is here. Well, I mean, your brother's still really lucky that he's smart enough to be able to read those books, though.
I mean, yeah.
Cool.
True. I'm not denying he's not smart. He definitely has the, capabilities, but I'd rather him choose that path because that's what he wants to do, rather than that was the only option he had. And I don't envy him being the firstborn because, at least with him, my parents kind of all just expected this out of him, and he didn't really have another option. Now that I have a sister, they're kind of giving all her their attention because she's a baby, a little kid. Well, I'm kind of the middle child. I mean, I am the middle child, but I'm kind of the one that kind of gets, yeah, kind of a situation. So I guess in that sense, I'm kind of lucky because I can experiment a little bit. I can do things, and they might. I mean, obviously, they still expect me to have good grades and expect me to get a job that in the future that would pay well. I'm sure. Pretty sure journalism is probably not their biggest concern or biggest option, but I feel at least I can probably worm myself out of that and get what I want, especially if I'm successful as early as I can be. That's why I'm trying to get an article into our local newspaper if I can. Speaking of which, this situation might be it.
That's what you've made to the school.
This situation?
Okay. What happened last night with the ghosts? that ghost.
Oh,
And
right.
and I feel that would be the perfect thing if we can. I mean, obviously, Darcy mentioned not talking about it, but I mean, no harm in doing our research and getting everything together. Maybe in the future, this is something we can, put out there, and we'd be in the center of it. You'd be in the newspaper. Everybody else will be in the newspaper. Our names will be known before school starts. Can you imagine? Well, I mean, you probably are cool enough already, but just that cool factor for the rest of us.
Yeah, but I've never
Right?
been cool enough to be, all X-Files and stuff.
True, but no, you're cool, man. Come on, how are you not cool? The star football player.
Oh, I'm not the star.
You're the star, man. Come on, let's go. Even if no one else wants to say it.
Cory doesn't know how to handle being complimented. Well, it was really nice of your brother to give us these snacks.
He's pretty cool. At least he's not the type that kind of rails on your younger brother. And I mean, obviously, yeah, we have our little arguments and fights, but what siblings don't. But at least he's not the type that kind of is embarrassed to have me around or something. So it's nice.
I wish I had siblings. That sounds cool.
Yeah, it has its ups and downs. I'm sure you have some cool things for being an only child. Your parents get to focus all their attention on you.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well,
All right,
and he punches you on the shoulder.
Yeah, bros. Oh, God, your arm's strong.
Oh, sorry.
All right, let's. I'm gonna go. Do you want to come with me inside the dark room?
What? Yes, sure. What? Yes.
I mean, we've got to get these photos developed, and you want to see how I do it?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
There's
And
no-
we make
no ghosts in there.
I hope not. I've been there a few times, and so far so good. So we should be good.
All right, so you two head into the dark room to do start with the film developing, and then to go into actually doing the picture part. Somewhere in the process of that, the other three show up. You are all.
Do they open the
same
door?
spot. No.
Okay.
There's it's one of those where you have the door is shut, and there's a big sign that you put out in front of it of do not open. And actually, let me leave that question to you guys. Do you open the dark room door, or do you obey the sign?
I just start
It's-
knocking. Hey, I know it's you. Hey,
Hold up 1 second.
the ghost.
You're not supposed to ruin the light or something.
Yeah, I know, but
Leon, it takes time to develop. We got time.
wait, did he take pictures of the ghost?
He tried.
Can you take
He does. Did you? You didn't tell him?
Didn't tell him what.
There's no way that's gonna work, right?
I let him know that because he understands light and photography, but there's odd aspects of ghosts. Maybe it might work, maybe it won't. He knows. I told him that, and he knows that if it didn't take, it didn't take. If it does, it does. So he knows.
There's got to be 3 Twilight episodes about not taking pictures of ghosts. at least I can think of at least 3. Okay.
I know,
But if you wait, we've got snacks.
I am
Nice.
very not hungry. You said he also had stuff to tell us? Okay, I'll wait.
yes,
I'm
yes,
Be patient.
yes.
It's just a ghost.
All right, I'm gonna continue, and
Should go
I'm
south
gonna get
side
to the
road.
end of it. I'm gonna the pictures are hanging,
Okay. Yeah.
developing right now, and I think if I recall correctly, the door, there's a curtain, a heavy curtain behind it, so that way if they want to go out, they can go out without.
Yeah, it's an
the-
airlock situation type
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
So it's a 2-door situation or something like that, if you remember.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm gonna then walk out, and I'm gonna let Cory know that we need some time. The photos need some time, so let's go out. We'll wait for them to finish developing, see what they're what's up? Yep. All right, cool. And then so yeah, I come out.
Yeah. It's the photography room. It's got like just some tables with like stools at them. There's kind of leftover projects that people had done during the year and people didn't take home at the end of the school year, still kind of hanging around a little bit. Just of black and white shots of soccer practice or around town, some really dramatic black and white shots of the courthouse, stuff like that people are kind of just left around, but pretty standard classroom.
Yeah, cool. Hey guys.
Leon takes out his notebook. Ghost?
I filled them in on, I told them the basics of what's going on. Leon, of course, has questions. I told them that you had more information, especially Cory. Did you happen to see the principal today or hear if there's anything up with the principal?
I didn't look. Sorry.
That's okay. Did you hear anyone else talk about it? Any of the teachers, any other students?
No.
Okay. All right. That's cool.
But Leon!
Yeah.
The X-Files were real.
Yeah, it seems like the truth is actually out there, which is, being faced with it in theory. I'll get back to you on that one, dude.
So
what's this about?
Movie again.
I thought about that, and I don't know if we should go to the movie theater. What's this about the principal?
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell him the story of how, I was at the desk, and then I heard a huge noise, like a big thunderstorm or an explosion happened. I walk out, and I see someone in front of me walking, and I kind of just followed them. I didn't know they were going in the same direction as I was. So I thought I was just walking towards where the sound came from, and this person was doing the same. And then by the time I caught up with them, I realized it was the principal. What was the principal's name again?
Principal Santiago.
Yep. Yeah. So it was Principal Santiago walking in that direction. It's kind of weird at the time. I didn't think too much about it, but she said that she was going there because she got called by the manager at the theater. And she was going to go investigate the noise, which I'm wondering why the manager would call a principal of a school about this.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't know why that was the case, but I asked her if I could come along, and she said sure. But then I wanted to let my parents know in case they woke up and saw me not at my desk, that I'm taking a walk or something, or just going the rounds of the motel, just so they're not scared. And so I left them a note, and when I came back out, she just kind of was gone. Like she just vanished, and then that freaked me out. So I had to tell someone about this. And did I see the? I can't remember if the theater was did I see the theater, and was it like flashing at the time with Santiago? I think there was like lights coming from it.
Yeah, so when you first walked out, it was lit up like a Christmas tree, and then it went out, and then that's when you kind of recognized the other person there and went and met up with the principal. Right.
Okay. Yeah. So that was the other thing. The theater was freaking lit up, like someone threw a flashbang in there or something. So anyways, come out. She's gone. I'm freaking out. So I call up Cory. And then both of us decided to call up Darcy as well, just because we probably needed someone to help get us into the theater because it was after dark.
Oh, you broke in?
Not necessarily. That's what we thought we had to do. But then when we got there, Darcy found a back entrance that was open already, which was weird. And then we went in. They walked into the theater, and I'm not sure if Darcy already mentioned this, but the theater, the one of the screens was turned on, but it was flickering because I guess the projector wasn't working properly. Went up there, Darcy fixed it, but then all of a sudden we heard the ghost, and that's where found the little boy. I don't know about Cory, but I was freaking out.
Yeah. What? Just one. Just give me one moment. Hey, Basil.
Hey.
I as the other person who just, went to bed last night, what are we thinking about this?
This is weird.
Mm-hmm.
Never really, thought a lot about ghosts. We could probably. Is the principal actually someone that would be here during summer school? Quick question.
She's probably not necessarily there every day, but she is generally around.
The principal seems weird, but did we check whether a car was here?
I don't think anything was.
I didn't think I needed to. I'm just, I was told ghosts. I wasn't told also principal disappeared.
Yeah, I didn't know about the principal thing. It's a bit creepy. The open door's a bit bad too.
But I'm
did
thinking
they want
that
you to go in there, or like, was it an accident? Or
Well, there wasn't like any burn marks or anything like that in the movie theater. It's just probably the flash of light is when Zachariah was pulled from. This is what I'm thinking, that when Zachariah was pulled from the cemetery, that when he arrived, that must have been the light. This is my hypothesis.
Right.
makes sense.
Cool.
And the sound might have been whatever process took him from. See that there's that old part of the graveyard, and you know how there's like that it's kind of like that fence part, when that older, you just kind of tell.
Yeah.
There's something special keeping them there.
Right.
I used this last night. You know how a zoo, like, all the cages are locked and in order to keep all the animals in there, but the animals like roam around their cages and stuff. There's something kind of like that over that part where the ghosts just stay there, and they know to stay there, and they just have had time to deal with it, so they don't do really weird things, but so that's why it's wrong for Zachariah to be out, and Zachariah knew that it was wrong, and he said he felt like a weird, just like a force or just like a pull or something, and yeah, it made him uncomfortable as well.
And how's this related to the farm?
Farm?
Well, the not farmhouse.
The farmhouse, that's part. Anyway, those lights have been off for years upon years upon years upon years upon years upon years upon years, and they weren't last night.
I didn't even know it had lights.
Yeah,
No, I didn't think that they'd work.
I know.
Yeah, this is weird, Leon.
Okay.
That's all I can
So
really say about it. It's a bit strange, but I'm with you guys.
Well, I have an idea. I think first things first is we gotta figure out if our principal has been around or something. I chat with Prince, so I would like to, out of character, I think Leon would have a relationship with Princess. Princess.
What a twist!
What a twist! I'm sorry, everybody. Principal Santiago, being a kid who's in a lot of social groups. Not that he's like he's not a tattletale, but he probably knows a lot of, like, I have points and gossip, so I would think he knows a lot of like what's going on. So when the principal's trying to figure out like, hey, why do these kids fight every week? Like, she may ask Leon and be like, oh, they like the same person and can't get over it or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
So he's thinking just like, she comes to me all the time. Maybe I can just like roll up to her office and be like, how's your summer going? Like, he's like, let's just go see if she's around. And like,
I reckon we should do that.
Like, just be normal. We'll just be like, we came here to hang out with Cory.
Would it be more normal if it was just you?
Probably.
Not like all of us? Yeah.
Probably not
Yeah,
5 kids roll up.
Yeah, like do what would normally. So all of us wouldn't be like there with you. So if it was just like you rolling up, then
Yeah, I'll just see if she's around, and if not, like, well, she's a ghost now. I don't know. I'm not. I don't. I'm making this up as I go, everybody. I'll be right back.
If possible, I'd like to come along, but if not, can you please ask her what the hell? Because what the hell? She was supposed to be there.
I think if you come along,
then
she'll get anxious, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
like you saw her.
True.
Yeah.
But can you ask her what the hell?
Sure.
She
I
definitely
probably won't
me.
say it like that, but I'll figure it out. I'll make a speech.
You can paraphrase if you want, but what the hell?
So you guys chill here, and I'll be right back. It's right down the hall.
All right.
If you need any backup, I can come with if you want, but
no, Basil, you come.
I can start talking about, me coming back to school.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll just be like, Basil's here, just showing them around, and let's go.
Yeah.
Me and Basil will go down to the office to see if she's even here.
Yeah. It's one of those things where like there's the office, and then the principal and VP vice principal offices are in that sort of space. And the outer door to the office is unlocked, and you see Principal Santiago's door is open, and she's like behind a desk doing work.
Principal hey, is it cool if we come in?
Oh, hey Leon. Yeah,
hey,
come on in. You're not in summer
Basil.
school, are you? Right?
No. No.
I didn't think so. Okay.
No, just hanging out. Got Basil, just wandering around the town today.
Hey, Basil.
Hey, how's it going?
It's pretty good. How's your summer been so far?
Not bad, not bad. Just got here a couple of days ago, so finally reset to US time.
Good.
So Leon and I watched a movie yesterday.
Oh yeah.
How do you think the X-Files movie is? Give me a rating. I know you were looking forward to it.
I've seen it 4 times. Is how I think it is, Principal Santiago.
Okay, so we're talking like a 16 on a scale of 10, or
I cannot properly rate this movie with the current rated scale we have in existence.
Excellent. Been meaning to get over there and see it myself. I'll take that as a recommendation.
You haven't been to the movie theater this summer yet?
No, haven't had a chance to go see it yet.
Okay, I
it's
thought
pretty good.
Weird. My folks thought they saw you going to the movie theater the other night, but it must have been someone else.
I mean, no, I haven't had a chance to go see it yet, so must have been. Brown hair.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. You would have. There's only like 2 showings. I would have seen you. Duh.
Yeah. If you've seen it 4 times. Yeah, but no, I haven't seen it yet. But I'll take you seeing it 4 times as again resounding recommendation.
Yeah. So what do principals do in the summer? What are you doing here? Approving lesson plans, paperwork. Being a principal is a lot of paperwork. Mm-hmm.
She gestures to her desk, which is covered in papers. There's some like a scheduling book that she's working on of like trying to arrange things, and then also just general notes and stuff. There is a computer. It's very large, big monitor. There's a Windows 95 manual that's underneath it. Like it's like the monitor stand. Yeah.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah.
Did you ever, I know before school ended, you asked me for some TV to watch. Did you ever start watching Buffy?
No, I haven't yet. I've been trying to catch it, and I'm like, anything that comes up, I have no idea what's going on.
It's pretty confusing.
They're like not shown in order. Yeah.
No, they just had a rerun on like 2 nights ago. They have this cool ghost episode where there's like a ghost that possesses Angelus, and there's a ghost that possesses Buffy, and it's kind of kitschy because it like makes them kiss, which
aren't they trying to like hook up maybe?
Yeah, like
I caught an episode about that.
Yeah, and the ghosts, like the 2 ghosts, like make them like kiss and make up, and then the ghosts leave, and then they're mad at each other again. But the ghost thing is cool. It's even in a high school. It was so surreal. It was like ghost
Weird.
high school. Yeah. So I was like, I don't know. Maybe it's in a high school. That might be. I don't know when it'll be on again. I can check TV Guide and like call you or something and let you know.
Sorry.
At the notion of a high school student calling his principal in the middle of the summer going through TV Guide. No, you're good. That's an outrageous thing I just said. I'm pretty sure she would laugh. She'd be like, "What are you talking about, kid?"
She's, to her credit, she's keeping it she's trying real hard to keep it cool, but it's also a little bit of like, what is this conversation happening right now? And she says, you know, I mean, I'm trying to catch it when it's on. I don't really know what's going on with most of it. I think that episode would have confused me, but you know, I'll keep trying for you.
Yeah,
because it sounds cool.
It's pretty cool, I think. But yeah, just wandering I guess one to let you know, we're just wandering the school, so freak out. We're not, you know us, me and Basil, we're not gonna do anything.
You're not gonna get into
We're
trouble.
angels, man.
So are you gonna be here for the whole school year, Basil?
Yeah. Sorry
Great.
to give you another form, but Mum's probably gonna call you and talk about me spending more time here. So
Okay.
we're staying here for a while.
Sounds good. Glad to
So,
see you around.
Yeah, it's great. Good gang here. So Leon's just showing me around. Both like, you know, cool things to watch. And
Well, he knows all those.
Yeah, he does. I'll catch that ghost episode too.
It's pretty good. I highly recommend it. Next time it's on, listen, I can let everyone know. We could have like a hangout
Like
sesh or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be cool.
Like a movie night.
Yeah. Also, I almost said princess again. What is wrong with me? Principal Santiago. I see you got the old manual there, but you know, Windows. I don't know if the school's gonna move to Windows 98 in a few weeks.
I mean, we got 95 last year.
Oh.
Yeah, everything is still. We're trying to the tech people. They're trying to get everybody on it. I think the chem people are still on 3.1.
Oh no.
So it's a process. I don't think we're not going to be touching 98 for a while.
Well, if you need any help, I'm not like a computer whiz, but I can watch things download, like put the disc in and stare at the screen.
Appreciate
help out
that.
this summer. Not really up to much, so.
Appreciate that. I think our IT department, which you would know is one person.
Yeah.
I think I think Mr. Rollins has it under control. But if you know he asks for if I hear otherwise, you know.
Okay. I mean, we only have like 25 computers, so.
Yeah. So and a couple of them are already done, so it's just, you know, it takes a while.
All right. You Leon's just as awkward in conversations than I am. He's just kind of like, okay. He's like, okay, and he stands up and he goes to leave.
Enjoy your tour, Basil. Both of you enjoy the rest of your summer. If I don't see you,
yeah, if we don't see you
in September.
See you later.
Yeah, see you later. Okay.
That was beautiful. That was so beautiful.
Leon and Basil in the hallway, and he's like, all right, Basil. So I realize I'm very bad at telling if people are lying. And I'm the best person to come figure out if she was lying. As I look at my sheet and realize I have no points in BS detector.
I have points in BS detector, actually.
Oh, you do?
I do. I got 2.
You can roll BS detector, and then you can, if you want, you can spend 1 or 2 of those points to add to it.
Okay, I'll add 1. So I just click the pool and then roll.
7. Nice.
Nice.
So she's definitely here doing work, legitimate principal stuff. She's also not a ghost. She seemed pretty solid. Didn't, she had a nice window behind her and she was not see-through at all. So she's solid and alive. Also not lying about not having seen the movie yet. You did maybe detect a little bit of a waver when talking about, like, I haven't been to the theater, and she sort of very quickly added on, sort of changed direction instead of I haven't been to the theater to say I haven't seen the movie.
Okay. I'll like relay that. I was like, okay. She was pretty legit, everything she was saying, but she was a bit weird when she was like, oh, I haven't been to the theater. It was a bit, like,
Okay.
not quite,
Yeah.
kind of got
Okay.
that vibe, kind of, yeah.
I just believe people at face value. I'm like, why would you lie? But then I was
mean,
like, let's go
I
see.
wish that was a thing,
She was not lying about not having seen the movie. It was just a weird sort of redirect from
awkward.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't. Well, it is actually a good episode of Buffy.
All right, I'll lock it in. I'll write it down.
Yeah, it's called I Only Have Eyes for You.
Okay. Do you have that notebook still? Like, I'll just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll like that Foley work. Well, I guess we'll just go back to the us from there hanging out on.
All right. So while all of that was going on, what were the three of you hanging out in the photography room doing?
I'm just, I guess, waiting for the photos.
Okay.
I think I want to say at this point they should be. I forget. I've never done darkroom stuff, so I don't remember how long it takes to.
Probably. Because I was in photography in high school. If I'm remembering any of this correctly, it's now raining inside my apartment. It's probably like 20 minutes to like fully have the photo done to the point where you can actually take it outside without it screwing up with the light.
Gotcha. So has about that much time passed, or
we'll say.
So I'm gonna go back inside to just check on that and see if they're done, and hopefully get some images.
All right.
Do I have to go with you? Because I think Cory's super curious if he showed up.
Yeah, you guys can come along.
The photos are also developed and fixed to the point where you can take them out of the dark room and it's not gonna mess anything up.
Okay. Oh, okay. So I'll just be like, hold up. I'll just bring him outside. I don't want to run a risk of ruining someone else's stuff in there. I think we were kind of taking a risk with everybody else already trying to come in earlier. But yeah, let me just go grab them. I'll bring them out. All right. So I grabbed the photos, and I think we mentioned they're black and white photos as well. The type I used was black and white.
So the first, did you develop the whole roll or just the one specifically ghost-wise?
I think I developed, or
because you would have done you have the negatives for the whole roll, but I'm sure there was probably you had stuff from the ice cream and other stuff in there too.
I think I forget. I think I just developed the last few that I got.
Okay.
For now.
Yeah.
Because that's the one I'm interested in.
Yeah. So the you've got a couple of inside the projector room. It's real dark in there because there weren't any lights other than the flashlights on. So that one those couple seem pretty blurry with, you've probably done some experimental light stuff, probably some like light smears on there. Maybe there's something else there. It's a little hard to tell because it is so freaking dark in there. And the others, if you squint at those long enough, you might be able to make some of those light smears into the shape of a person. If you stare at it long enough and your eyes, you're squinting really hard, you might be able to do that. Yeah, you get the magnifying glass out, like that's an arm. And the others of the cemetery, Didn't
you take one inside her truck?
You could
Inside
retcon
Darcy's
that
truck?
in.
Yeah. Did you?
Yeah.
did-
Like what with the ghost in there? Yeah.
Yeah.
I took one there, and then I took one at the graveyard, and then I took one
Of
of
the
the lighthouse. I mean, not lighthouse, the
Farmhouse. Yeah.
farmhouse.
Okay. The one inside the truck, you see you got part of Darcy, part of Cory in there. And again, just an odd light situation happening where Zachariah was floating. It's again, you know what you saw. To probably anybody else who hadn't seen that staring at that, it's just a weird reflection of the dome light against the reflection. You don't know that. Like that's what probably anybody else would see. You, because you know something was there, you see that there's something a little bit off about, like, the light shouldn't have bounced quite like that.
Yeah.
In it.
Because I would have known based on just my experience as a photographer that there wasn't any other lights there. There wasn't anything
Mhm.
that could cast a light like that in that
Yeah.
area.
Exactly. Like there's just something odd about, again, anybody else looking at this, it would be, oh, there's just a reflection off of the window, but something's weird about that, like the angle's wrong for it. The graveyard itself is graveyard. It's got the mist, the fog in it. Again, it was really low light. So that one mostly looked like a cemetery with some out of focus fog in it. And the one of the house is very clearly the house with the lights on. And there's just kind of a shimmer's not the right word to it, but kind of a shift to the outline of the house that is not attributable to it being dark and maybe a little blurry. It's almost like there's house and then house just shifted a little bit, like a double exposure.
Okay, creepy. Do I see anything in in the windows? Like if I can look closely at the windows, do I see maybe like a silhouette of anything, or is there just light coming from that?
I'd say you could spend one of your photography points
Okay.
down to see
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I will do that.
So you do.
Do I roll? Should I roll or?
You don't have to roll. You just have to spend one of that because it's part of the investigative ability. So because you've got the points, you get this, but you needed
Gotcha.
to spend one of your points down to get the more part.
Gotcha.
It's again like it's very much like you've done some experimental double exposure stuff where there's house and then just house shifted a little bit.
Yeah.
And you do see a silhouette in there. It's really hard to make out. So you're like at it with a magnifying glass to see, and the silhouette itself, it's in the window. It looks more shadow than ghost, possibly.
Mhm.
It's just something in the window, and it does not have the same double exposure
Shift.
effect to it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. So I'm as I'm like going through them, the first few I'm very disappointed, but I can tell like something there, but this is not something I could probably use to convince anybody
Yeah.
of anything. But when we get to that of the lighthouse, that's the one I'm just like, holy crap. Holy crap. And I walk out and I'm just gonna like, guys, holy crap. Oh, okay. Darcy, I need your help.
Yes.
Take a look at this. I need you to tell me what you see. I want to make sure I'm not going crazy here. I give her it's a photo of the farmhouse.
The farmhouse. Yeah.
There's like a echo, or
Yeah, I mean that's actually a fun word. Why did they
a good word
double
for it.
exposure? Yeah, why double exposure? Echo sounds cooler. Anyways, photo echo. Sorry. It's called a double exposure, but I didn't set it up in any way for this shot to have that. I mean, for a double exposure, I would have had to have taken it twice. I would have. It's a process, but all I did was just click and I was looking through the camera, but did you guys notice the house actual shift at all? Like shimmer or shift at all at the time?
No, I just saw
real
the
solid.
house. Yeah, I
Yeah.
just saw the
Okay.
house with lights. That's
Do you have any idea why something? Have you heard of ever like something like this, like a shimmer or something like that? And before the shimmer, even more, do you see anything in the window?
that could be a piece of furniture or something. I know you don't want to hear that, but
True. No, it's not. I obviously I don't want to read too much into it too. Like I don't want to make my opinions to do anything about that. But I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
I
that.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead.
That's
What about you, Cory? Do you see anything in here? What do you see?
There's just like a long pause as Cory tries real hard to check this out. I mean, usually pictures are clear, right?
Yeah.
Right, I think.
For sure. At least in this situation, it should have been. If maybe a little blurry. Obviously I didn't have a lot of light to shoot with, but
Right.
for sure, at least not something like this. I don't know. You said do we? Okay, well, you know what? Let's wait for the rest to come back. I really want to hear what they got out of the principal.
But what about the ghost pictures?
Maybe to you and I who were there, it kind of seems like there was something there, and we can maybe, if we look us close up, us looking close at it, we can kind of make out features. What looks like possibly an arm, but most of the time they just look like big blotches of light. One thing I can say is that, with my experience as a photographer, that light wouldn't naturally have been there. It's not like there was something of light, lighting it up, or some kind of light hitting us at that spot. So that light would not naturally have come across there. But the thing is, I don't know how convincing that would be to someone else. People are going to make up excuses or make up stuff, be like, oh, you probably just, a billboard. You guys went across a billboard at the time and the light from that came across, or something like that. So unfortunately, I don't think that's any hard evidence.
Well, I'm sorry. Maybe if we see more ghosts or something, you can try again.
I did tell you that you probably wouldn't get the picture of him.
True.
But this about the house is interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll wait for the others and we'll regroup and talk about everything.
Sounds good. And then we wait for them.
Great. So Basil and Leon make it back to the photography room after talking to Principal Santiago, and we will pick up with the 5 of you back together in the classroom after break. So. And we're back. Hi, everybody. We're back from break, and my cat this is Odo. He's scared of thunderstorms, which is what's happening right now. We are back with Waverly Summer 98, a bubblegum shoe campaign. And our teen detectives have just regrouped in the high school photography classroom after Arwind developed the pictures that he took last night of ghosts and the farmhouse, finding mostly light smears on the ghost pictures, but finding some kind of odd stuff about the farmhouse pictures. And Leon and Basil had just spoken to the principal, trying to see if she was shady, based on Arwin's details of the night before. Didn't get too much. She had some weird redirect and cover when she was talking about maybe going to the theater, but covered it up real quick. And so we're gonna start back up with Leon and Basil rejoining the other three in the classroom.
Hey guys.
Hey.
How'd phones go?
Is she alive? Did you see her?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She's fine. She hasn't watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer yet.
No, she hasn't. Weird segue though when we were talking about the theater though.
What do you mean?
What?
Well, we're talking about going to the movie and watching the X-Files, and she said she hadn't gone to the theater to see the movie, but she sort of did this, I haven't gone to the theater, like, to see the movie specifically, but it was just a weird way to phrase it, you know? Like, just a weird shift of the conversation. At least I thought it was weird.
I also thought it was weird. I thought it was weird she hadn't watched Buffy yet. She seemed like she really wanted to.
So it was as though she was going to lie about going to the movie, about the theater, but then she realized she could cover herself by telling the truth by going, I haven't gone to the theater to see the movie.
I guess so, yeah. Yeah, she said she hadn't gone to see the movie.
So
she
didn't mention. I'm sorry, go ahead.
She must be covering up in case she's ever in front of a grand jury. She won't have to commit perjury.
That's a big.
I think so.
That's a big accusation.
Well,
but
she's
the
alive.
thing is,
she's alive, but she's not a ghost.
No.
Yeah.
But what the hell? She didn't say anything about like last night seeing me, or saying that she was called to go to the theater.
No.
Well, I guess did you ask her about that? Like, hey, Arwind was wondering if you were okay because he said he saw you last night.
We didn't really bring that up. It's a bit hard to, she was, busy, and it sounds a bit like
confrontational.
Yeah.
Well, that's why. Yeah, I can see how that can come.
Like Mulder and Scully don't gun on guns blazing. We can't walk up to the syndicate and be like, "Hey, are you the syndicate?" Like we gotta ease our way in.
Yeah, we gotta ease our way in. Yeah, agreed.
I guess I just don't get why. So it's not like she made the ghost happen, right?
We don't know that.
We don't know.
Yeah.
I just know that she was supposed to take me. She wanted me. It's not like she's like reluctant. That was the weird thing. Like I asked her if I should tag along. She's like, you know what? Yeah, tag along. So it's not like she didn't want me to come and I forced myself. She definitely was okay with it, and then she vanished. And that's what I'm telling you. Like she vanished, and it you could think, oh, maybe she went ahead of me and she was already at the theater, but then that would mean we'd have seen her at the theater, but we didn't. So it's not like we have one of those crazy multi-theater, super complexes where there's like multiple screen showings that they could have been in the wrong one and we just missed them. Our theater is pretty tiny, so kind of hard to miss. Only thing did anybody use the bathroom last night? I didn't, so maybe she was in there, but I don't know. It just seemed weird that she was so okay with me coming along, and then she didn't mention anything about it last night. She didn't mention anything about the crazy, because she saw the lights. Or did she actually? Correction. Did she see the lights, or was it just me?
You don't know.
Okay. So I just want to make sure I'm not crazy with Of course, you guys proved that wrong, so maybe I'm not crazy. But
I have my grandfather kind of doing his casual fact-finding thing that he knows how to do. So why don't we find out what he knows, and then let's just like be here and compare.
Fair.
One of the things Basil and I did, I took Basil to the museum, and we went through maps.
Mm-hmm.
First, that farmhouse that's not on a farm technically has always been there.
Mm.
Like from the earliest map on.
Like always been there. Not
Always,
just
yeah.
like since we've been alive,
Sweet.
kids always been there.
It's always been there.
Yeah, it's always been there.
And then the area where
Good.
the movie theater is currently, it was like a almost kind of like a apartment complex sort of deal, very residential area, and it really wasn't like torn down. It was like gutted and remade into the movie theater. So, I mean, if Zachariah lived there, he seemed very confused with what it looked like now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So perhaps I just, because I was trying to figure out like why the movie theater, and I wanted to see if it was like maybe what's like a church or something, but it was just a residential area. So maybe I'm hypothesizing here that he lived there. And that's, I don't know. That's just.
All right, I don't want to interrupt because I know it's really rude to interrupt a girl. But I mean, it's like rude to interrupt anyone. That's not what I meant. Sorry. I think I'm just a little confused because it seems kind of like you want to have us figure out why there's ghosts and stuff.
Well, we know why there's ghosts. I mean, the issue is Zachariah was scared. And I know they're dead. I know they're dead. They know they're dead, but they still have to have an existence. I mean, they have an awareness. And they basically they hang out there, and then he got ripped out of there. And he was so scared, Cory. I don't, that's wrong. That's what I really want to figure out is who would do that to them? I mean,
so you want us to be like ghost superheroes?
Yeah.
Like those comic books. Except they're not ghosts. They have superhero reasons for other things, I guess.
Some of them are ghosts. We'll get to that.
I mean, I guess one of the questions I also had, Darcy, is like, so all this information you've gotten this from your grandfather, like, is this common knowledge of this town? Like, I'm pretty sure, like, Leon, Basil, and I, we haven't been here very long in this town, compared to Cory and you, who've been basically born and brought up here. So these stories and things, like, people have known about them, which would assume mean that they've seen these ghosts before, right?
So the stories were, of course, more prominent, like when my grandfather was younger and such. It's just like over time, everyone's come to this agreement to just not talk about it. And so when you have the older generation, some of them agreeing to not talk about it anymore, then the flow of information, it just decreases and decreases. And eventually there are some people here who just don't know. There are people here who know but deny it. And then there's people like my grandfather who know it, accept it. He can't just stand out in the middle of town square and just talk about it. He can't write books about it. But he knows the right people and everything. It's taken him time, and he has a certain reputation, and that's what I mean. It's like I was talking to Basil about like the whole social skill thing. Like, he's got it. So it's not like all the friends that he hangs out with actually accept it or talk about it. And that's why one of the things he looked me right in the eye today, and because I told him I was going to tell you, and he looked right at me and he said, "Do you trust them?" And I said, "Yes."
Oh,
I feel like being just here, that something would be something we'd pick up eventually, right? Like, just growing up in this town, being in this town. So I'm curious why he feels that it's something that it's like this information needs to be guarded and only can be shared with people that can be trusted. If you know what I mean, like, usually things like that have some level of importance, not just, hey, let's just keep it quiet thing so that people are not going to believe us, and we don't want them to think that we're crazy. This is, we don't want this information be told to people because something bad could happen if the wrong people know about it.
So it really is like the X-Files.
Well,
Cory, you get it.
part of like also another reason why he's guarded is when we have that new development of like the country club and stuff, and that's brought in some I don't like using the word outsiders, but more like those who are focused on capitalism.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like
they might be secretly evil and have greenhouses with bees.
Cory, I'm so proud of you, Cory.
I don't know. So he's like, he's distrustful of them. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like because they just see our land as something to develop and something to golf on and things like that. So that's why the word outsiders is wrong. That's why it's wrong. Like he's.
So you feel like he fears that people might exploit this type of situation and make it like make the town like some kind of weird freak show attraction for people, like, oh, ghost town with real ghosts, come and see. And
or
just ruin the sanctity of it, I guess, or their peace.
Ghost homes and stuff, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, or reasons to discredit people and make them perhaps feel like they have to leave, and then of course what happens to their home, and it's just that's why he's just very careful about do you trust them, not just that, but also will they not make fun of you, will they that sort of deal, because there's that part of it as well.
Okay.
So Cory is like tapping on the table and is like super fidgety at this point. All right. So like, if something's weird going on with that house, sorry, the Mountain Dew hit. We should go because it's daylight.
I was gonna say, do ghosts come out in the dark only? We should go when it's daytime.
I mean, that the theory's out on that. It might be an energy thing. They can't possess enough energy to be fully seen during the day because of the light they make. But if we're gonna go deal with ghosts, we should probably stop by my parents' shop first because we want to be safe.
All right.
Not everything they sell is a tourist trap.
I know. I've always wanted to. I didn't know how to confide this in you, Leon. Like will your parents believe?
I don't think they won't believe us, but they are pretty superstitious people. I don't know if any of them have had any real encounters, but they have a lot of traditions they've kept up through traveling the world, between living in Ghana, traveling for college, moving here. I don't think they won't believe us, but I think if I just say I need something to make sure I'm safe, my mom will give me something because she gives me something every time I leave the house.
I mean,
All right.
hell, if we proved ghosts, then I'm sure this proves that something like that probably works.
Yeah, like I said, everything they sell is just like a kitschy bumper sticker, keep Waverly weird.
Fair point.
But
I do love coming into your store. It's just, it smells nice, actually. I don't know.
Yeah, but I swear to God, if they're playing that same, oh my God, guys, I'm playing this CD. It plays, it scratches at the back of my mind when I sleep. Just fingernail. Just fingernails at the back of my brain.
Like a point of clarification on the shop. It's more like weird hippie than the craft magic shop, basically.
Yeah, it's more like kitschy Main Street, like come here and get your like yeah, like get like
right?
amethyst, and I don't know that what amethyst would do, but
yeah, get your crystal and get your culturally appropriated dream catcher thing here.
Mm-hmm.
That's
yeah, but like he said, like not everything they sell there is just like that is most of what they sell because they run a business and they want to stay open. But they have what he's been taught to understand is like real amenities for like real things, but that's not their like front face. And it's pretty eclectic, and like they've been a few places around the world, so they've picked up a few different traditions. It's not all just like straight out of West Africa.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go there and talk to your grandpa as well, right?
Yeah.
And
Did
then
you
we'll
think
go to
maybe-
the farmhouse.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we'll go by Leon's. Maybe we should go by the graveyard and stuff and look, see what it's like. I'll show you what it's like in the daylight, just so me telling you what it's like and such. And it's Monday, it's afternoon, him and some guys are doing, so I don't want to interrupt his normal day because like Leon said, we can't just can't walk up to the syndicate and say, hey, are you the syndicate? So he's doing, so I don't want to interrupt his normal Monday. If something really needs and stuff, that's why I have this pager thing. Then no, but it hasn't gone off. So his Monday is going just fine.
Cool. All right.
I know I sound like a broken record, but I do want to say like the fact this happened the opening weekend of the X-Files, everybody. I mean, come on.
I mean,
the movie just came out. Like, can I be any louder?
I mean, there's coincidences and correlations. Whether this is something that,
but statistically speaking, like on the opening weekend, the
okay, let's
X-Files,
talk about that in the truck. We'll talk about that in the truck.
like it's like the opening weekend, the X-Files in the movie theater. We just saw the X-Files in. What scene was it playing?
It wasn't playing anything. It was just literally just a blank.
You said it was flickering.
It was flickering, yeah, but I mean, there wasn't anything, like, it wasn't showing anything, right?
Interesting. So it could have been the end credits.
And then when we fixed it, we turned it on. It was just, all it did was shine a light. There was no reel in there, correct? If I remember correctly.
The reel was in there, but it was flashing. It wasn't like flashing the movie in chronological order. You were getting like, even though there was a reel in there, you were getting splices of like the cornfield and then the hallway and then the bomb blowing up at the beginning of the thing and then Antarctica. Like, it was just the reel was in there, but it was just kind of
nothing,
what you were
very
seeing
random.
Was going all over the place, which really shouldn't have really happened with a film reel. But
it doesn't seem physically
ghost.
Yeah. But then because I remember like Darcy, when she fixed it, well, I forget, did that change anything that we saw on there?
It sort of reset itself. You didn't hit play to actually start it winding, so it did just shine a bright light on there.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it shows parts of the films at random times. It was really weird. Like, it wasn't any order to it or any like pattern.
But wasn't that what parts? If you guys could remember.
Cornfield, hallway.
Definitely the Antarctica scene.
Yes.
In that order?
Dude, I don't remember the order.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it was that order. Yes.
That order.
I kind of was more concerned about the freaking ghost we saw. That kind of pushed everything else out of my mind.
You know what? That's fair enough.
But
Cory,
yeah, let's go. Oh.
I asked Cory how schools were in the truck.
What?
You went to school today? How was school, bud?
Oh, it was school. Yeah.
He got an A in all his homeworks.
Nice. Cool. Love to see that.
I'm just so proud of him.
Cory looks real sheepish.
Cory, do you need to like call your parents? You haven't been home all day, right?
No, but they won't be home. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to get anyone in trouble.
Oh, I don't get in trouble.
Okay.
Uh,
So first up, Leon's shop.
All right. Truck rolls on up to outside of Kuma's Curiosities.
I'll walk in. Mom and or dad? Probably mom. Maybe dad?
Your dad is at the counter. Your mom, she's not in the main room.
Oh, hey dad.
Hey.
I'm back. Probably not for long. I guess I'll just rip the Band-Aid. Ghost. There was a ghost things.
A ghost thing?
What would his like? I would be like, hello, Mr. What's the?
Oh, Kuma.
Oh, Kuma.
Kuma. Be like, hello, Mr. Kuma.
Hello.
Oh, we're all there?
Oh, are you all
Yes,
there?
we all have to be there.
As in, like, inside the store?
Yes,
Yeah.
Darcy.
Oh,
Darcy
cool.
would definitely want to go. It's like, I've got
Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Oh, Mr. Kumar.
hi.
Ghosts, you say?
Yeah, I didn't see the ghost, so I don't know if one of the people who saw the ghost wants to take it away.
We don't want to damage or exercise the ghost.
That's wise. Okay.
So
Hang on. How do you pronounce Leon's mother's name? Abena?
Ebena.
Abena?
Yeah.
Your father turns around and goes, Abena, we need you for ghosts. This is really more your mother's territory than
That's
mine.
why I said probably mom.
Yeah, she's doing inventory.
May we go in the back then? Or...
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead. She's back there.
Dad, is a more Capri Sun in the fridge back here?
Yeah.
Cool. Radical.
There is enough Capri Sun for all 5 of you.
oh my god.
And your mom's just sitting like at the a table in the back. She's got like a box of crystals and she's like kind of doing inventory on it.
Hey, mom. Here for
Ghost.
Capri Sun. Ghost. I think Darcy's got you there. I'm gonna get some Capri Sun.
Okay.
Hi. So what
You
about
notice that neither she nor Leon's father were at all fazed by the mention of ghosts. Like more of like, oh, my son is dealing with ghosts, possibly, but the fact of ghosts was just sort of, okay, that's your mother's territory. You need to go talk to her. I don't deal with ghosts, kind of a thing.
Oh, sort of like a Darcy reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then at this point, like Arwind is thinking, like, am I the weird one? Like, was my reaction the weird reaction that I had? That I was thinking I'm crazy.
Gets,
Like,
like
Am I the
a
anomaly?
hand on the shoulder, just like, don't worry, buddy.
It's like we're like, wait, does everyone else know about ghosts but us 3 in this whole stinking town?
no, not even that. Like, just like the like you weren't phased because you were like, all right, notes, let's talk about this. And then like Darcy was just like, oh yeah, ghosts, whatever. Cory just was like, oh, cool, ghosts. And then like your parents were just like, okay, cool. I'm just here going, is this normal? Like, this is not normal, right?
Arwind, you are having an appropriate reaction.
Okay.
She looks up from a box of crystals and Leon's taking the Capri Sun, like, very appropriate reaction. Don't worry.
I don't know if I'm convinced, but
Oh,
okay.
and get a Capri Sun and sit down. You're fine.
Oh,
Yeah, you might want some
Okay.
juice.
So
Alright.
yeah. I'm not like stumbling because I don't think you'll believe me, but it's just there are odd things about this town, and then there are people who acknowledge them but don't talk about them. And do you understand what?
Your town's pretty weird.
Yes. Okay, good. So you know not to just talk to anybody then. And
Yeah.
okay.
No, we're good. And at this point, she has got up, like, the box of crystals forgot, and she's rummaging in a drawer for something.
All right, so this is the issue. So you know the graveyard,
Mm-hmm.
and you know that
not this.
so you know that like the older section, you know, like how it's like, you know, like gated off, you know, there's that nice really and so there are ghosts there. and they are just there, and they're not harmful or anything, but there's something that keeps them there. Okay, like I keep using the zoo. The zoo thing seems to be working. So there's something there, like the locked zoo, and
Just like opening cupboards now of like, that's where did I put, like, just
And
looking
then
for something.
last night, Arwind heard a sound and a light in the movie theater, and when we went, we found a ghost named Zachariah. We could actually see him. That's the thing about them; they do know they're dead. But the thing is, Zachariah was afraid because he knows he's not supposed to be out of the graveyard. So he said he felt something very odd and pinchy and tingly and like pulled him out.
She walks over, like grabs a step stool and pauses and looks at you, and she goes, "Are you gonna talk to ghosts, or do you want to get rid of the ghosts? It's two different things."
Well, I'm concerned because someone or something took a spirit from its home and ripped it out without its consent, without somehow somehow breaking into the zoo and taking out one of the animals forcibly. That's the concern that I have. And then the second concern is that the farmhouse that's not really on a farm, those lights are on, and they haven't been on in like decades. I don't know if those are related, because causation doesn't cause something like that. Just because two things happen at the same time doesn't mean they're necessarily related, but they might be, but we don't know. So that's
Go ahead, Cory.
So, like, I don't think we want to really, because we didn't really have a problem talking to them, and we definitely don't want to, like, hurt them. So I think what we probably want to do is just, like, figure out what could have done that, because, like, the ghost wasn't bad. He just wanted to get back to his ghost friends.
She finally finds what she's looking for, like on the top shelf of a cabinet, pulls it out. It's a box, sits on the table and pulls out, and there's a handful of bracelets with there's cat hair everywhere in my house because of the cat right now. Black stone on them, and she kind of like pulls them out. She goes, "Okay, if you want to exorcise the ghosts, I don't recommend that." And she's looking straight at Leon, like, don't exorcise the ghosts until you know what you're doing.
I was that one time. I watched Ghostbusters one too many times.
But black tourmaline for protection, and you got salt packets like from the McDonald's. Just keep them in your pocket. And grabs them from the drawer and like finds them. There's a couple of packets of creamer mixed in with it, but just kind of like all that. Okay. It's the daylight, so ghosts are probably not there have been ghosts in daylight, but they're probably not as powerful. But wear the bracelets, keep the salts, run like hell if they try to.
I'm more afraid of what did it.
Yeah, Mom, do you know anything that could do that? Like
I know a couple of things that could do that.
Okay, so you say a couple. How bad of things?
Depends. Okay, so, and she sits down, pushes the box aside, actually grabs one of Leon's Capri Suns and stabs it with a straw and takes a drink out of it. Power to do that required a lot of power to do that. Does not necessarily mean bad. Just means it has the power.
Okay.
And the thing that has the power is that, like, can that be a person, or is that like another ghost or something?
I mean, if you get a powerful enough ghost, it can do that. Probably you're probably gonna look at one of the top tier fae or a witch who can do that though.
Guys, is our principal a witch?
I don't know. I don't know how to tell.
Mom, are there any witches here? Do any witches shop here?
I mean, yeah. They're not real powerful. None could do that.
Leon's like, no, I mean like a real witch.
Yes,
Yeah, none that can do that.
Okay.
Oh.
Wait,
Arwind's
so, like,
mind's just blowing up right now. He's just like, witches? Ghosts?
No.
What are next? Vampires?
I saw the craft. They all look really goth.
Oh my God, you've seen a movie? I didn't take you to see that one.
No, my ex-girlfriend made me watch that one.
How did you? We'll talk about that later.
As long as we don't want to talk about his ex, we're fine.
But just none of there's very few, and none of them are all powerful enough to do that. So unless someone new has moved in town that I don't know about,
Looks at Basil.
She also then looks at Basil and is like, no, not that. Yeah, you're probably looking at one of the, again, top tier fae to be able to with the power to do that. I don't know why, or bad or good. I don't know, but that's got the power for it.
Cool.
I think my great aunt's name is Faye.
That's really good, buddy.
Thank you. If you hear anything, will you let us know?
Yeah, if I hear anything, watch yourself. That should protect you for right now. But again, don't go exercising ghosts unless you know what you're doing, and don't tangle with fae unless you know what you're doing. Again, still looking straight at Leon.
Well, there's that whole arc of gargoyles where they're on Oberon's island, and I think I know how to deal with fae now, Mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't you just don't tell them your name and stuff?
If we find
thank
out
you.
by chance what it is,
Oh, please
Could
let me
you-
know.
yes, okay.
Don't worry, Mrs. Leon. I'm real good at exercising.
She is actually very good at exercising. He's right.
That's good.
By the
She
way,
has
I don't think she
no
means that
idea
kind
how to react to that. All just like, oh, okay, good. That's good, buddy. You know, staying in, exercising. It's good for the brain. It's good for the body. Like you do that.
Yeah, Cory. He helps me in between when we're in the martial arts lessons. Cory helps me keep working out.
Awesome.
Arwind
So-
just goes and like pats him on the back.
Okay.
What? She said exercising.
I want to describe the weird.
I'm gonna
barn
explain later,
photo.
buddy.
The weird what?
The weird barn photo to my mom.
Okay.
To
Oh,
just
yeah.
like see what she thinks that could be about.
Yeah, can we show it to her? Arwind?
Yeah, I mean you have it.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So I get. Do I have it? I have it
Yeah.
on me, or was it on?
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
it on you.
Yeah, I'll hand it over.
Okay.
Do you notice anything in there? I try to like point out like some of the weird things I saw, like
Mhm.
I mean, like that house right there. That yeah, I can make that effect, but I didn't intend to, and so there shouldn't ever even be a need for that look to come about in this. And then I don't know. I think there's something in the window of one of the windows, but I don't know. It looked like some kind of a person. I don't know. Maybe I'm just projecting my thoughts onto it, but I don't remember seeing that when we were looking at the actual house before this. So
She
I don't know why
spends-
it's showing up in the photo.
A lot of time looking at the photo. Just looking at it as well. And you didn't do the effect, right?
No.
Okay. Well, she takes another big drink from the Capri Sun. Generally, actually always, there's no generally about that when that stuff happens. Photography does some weird stuff with the other worlds, ghosts, they, etc. It picks up things, it doesn't see others. That house exists in 2 worlds. That's why there's 2 in there.
Say what? What world?
I can guess, based on everything you told me, the fact that it's something super powerful, probably Fae, that it's probably in our world and also the Fae worlds.
Like,
That it's just there's 2 of them. It's the same building, but it's in 2 places at the same time.
so are we talking about, like, when you say fae, like fairies and like?
Oh,
I
don't
know.
call them that. That'll end real bad.
Oh.
Don't. But yes,
Just
essentially.
delete that from your brain right now.
Just don't say it.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
So we're going to stay away. We're not going to really approach the house.
Okay.
So
I don't know what's in the window, but it's weird that there's only one.
Okay, Mom. So you're saying like if I go in that house, it's gonna be like some Harry Potter crap, where like I go in and then I'm suddenly in like a magic world.
I don't think it's like that.
No.
And
Okay.
Darn.
I don't.
The house is the house is the house. The house is the house.
It's not like a gateway.
No, the house just it exists here and it exists there.
You just hear Arwind under his breath go, Hogwarts.
For fact checkers, Harry Potter came out June 26, 1997. I, Austin, know way too much about pop culture.
No, it's good. I would have said
The
Narnia,
best.
So. But Cory wouldn't.
Yeah, that's
Just
based
saying,
on what you've told me. They've got the power to do stuff with ghosts and affect that.
So don't go to the barn.
Yeah.
and that place has always existed. We went and I looked maps, and it's always been there.
Yeah.
Have there been other photos taken of the house?
Ooh.
I was going to think about trying to go to the courthouse and maybe see property records or something. That's going to be. That's what I was thinking
Find
of
out who
doing.
owns that.
Okay. Well, I mean, sorry, go ahead.
I mean, like, thanks, Mom. You've been very chill about me getting into some real Scooby-Doo after
Don't
6 o'clock stuff.
Exercise ghosts and don't talk to Fae.
We're not going to approach the house.
I'm not gonna
now.
exercise a ghost.
Thank
Not
you.
gonna talk
I
to
know how
Faye.
bad it can go. I still argue I might not be able to talk to a Fae though, but fine.
Thank you. I mean, you were gonna find out sooner or later, so.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, thanks for the Capri Suns. I think we're gonna skedaddle on our little field trip here.
Yeah,
I was
no
going to take them
bounce.
by the cemetery.
Okay.
Just we can.
Yeah. Thanks, Mrs. Leon.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank you.
By the way,
Thanks.
what's this music? It's real cool.
All right.
I hate it here. I don't actually hate it here, Mom. I love you. I'm sorry.
I know. I love you too. Go.
Oh, and Darcy's just gonna be. Oh gosh. How much for these?
Oh no, don't. It's protection for Leon and his friends is always free
Thank
from
you.
here.
We're never gonna pay for a single thing in this show.
I'll put in a good word for you.
You're really not. I mean, if you want me to
That set a
charge you for
great
the
precedent.
salt packets, you paid for the tickets.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's
Paid
true.
for the movie tickets, yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, on the way out, I just like raise my wrist and I'm like, Mom, Dad, I'll see you, Dad.
Don't exercise ghosts. He just calls after you.
I won't. I joked about it one time. I saw Ghostbusters and joked about it one time.
I can just imagine what's going through Cory's head. It's just like, drop and give me 50 to a bunch of ghosts.
Yeah, every time we say exercise, Corey's just like, but I don't understand. Exercise is good for you.
Oh God.
Corey, I love you so much.
No, the exercise
I can,
will
like-
grow too strong.
I mean, considering how much time Arwind spends with Cory, like he can probably, I feel like he can kind of, I guess what Cory's thinking at this point. He's like, I'll explain to you later, buddy. It's not what you're thinking.
All right.
All
We
right.
pile back in the truck,
Mhm.
go to the cemetery.
About what time is it now?
It's probably mid to late afternoon, kind of like 4 o'clock range ish. I mean, there's a lot of time I spent at the school to do the photo stuff.
So this, and then I know some of you probably have to get home after this.
Yeah,
have
I
anything
was
else
told to be
much
home
to
by
do.
dinner. But I mean, my parents know what I'm up to now, so I'm good.
Yeah, maybe we can introduce you to our ghost friend.
Sure, I would love to meet Zachariah.
Um,
He looks at notepad.
It's the daytime. They're not as powerful. They may not come out. So, but don't go around calling their name. Okay? So, don't do that. They're not
Okay.
dogs.
Oh, what
They're
does
not
that do?
dogs. Because they're not
I see.
dogs.
I see.
But we use people's names. Okay.
I'm with you, Cory. It was like the, why can't I call people by their names? Oh, okay.
Just, I mean, call out for them. Okay, anyway.
Oh, I see. I get you. I get you.
Yeah, just don't repeatedly say their name out loud like you're trying to like get attention. They're not dogs. That's what I mean. You don't try to like call them.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Corey has walked ahead and is, hey, ghost friend!
Oh, hold up, Cory. Just why don't we take a look at the ground and around and see if we can notice anything. We now have 5 sets of eyes.
Mhm.
It's the daytime. Let's
Yep.
see if we can find any signs of a ritual, weird tire
Should we
tracks,
look in
weird
Zachariah's
footprints.
cemetery?
Yeah,
Should
and
we
then
look
like
in
I would like to
Zachariah's-
eventually it's like let's go through this carefully, and then I want to eventually take them to the older part, and then we can go and we can slowly find Zachariah's place. But it's
Yeah.
like let's just see. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. In the daytime with 5 sets of eyes on it, you still don't find anything that's overtly ritual. I mean, you don't find like a pentagram carved into the rock or candles or anything of that nature. What you do see as you're very carefully going through this is that there seems to be, it's not quite like, it's almost like burn of like a line going through the cemetery. It kind of fades in and out in places, but you're able to kind of connect it all the way through. It seems to kind of give up on when it hits a road. So like the road that you drove in on, like it just sort of stops there. Maybe because there's not any grass on there. You don't know, but you're able to kind of piece through that there is at least some sort of line of burned and scorched grass kind of going through.
Is it just one line, or is it like, do they connect with other lines and things?
It is it's one line going through the cemetery.
Can we trace it back to
Follow it?
like, I assume we found it and you like it ends somewhere. Can we go the other way?
Yeah, so the cemetery is kind of surrounded on three sides by roads.
Mhm.
And you see it kind of goes from, actually, I'm sorry, there are two lines. That's my bad. There's one that kind of, they both fizzle out when they hit roads. Like there's one that goes from like Brookline to Hollow, kind of in a cross
Mhm.
way, sort of from the southwest to the northeast. And then there's another one that comes from the north, from Oak, that just kind of fizzles out sort of like outside the cemetery. You follow it for maybe, 100 feet, 150 feet, and it just sort of like fizzles out when it leaves the cemetery gates.
Is there a center where they meet
Yeah.
them?
Yeah, they do cross.
Is there anything there of note, or
Yeah.
is it just like grass?
There's a tree. There's a lot of
Okay.
trees in the graveyard, but there's just that one's at the cross of it.
All right, well, no one touched the tree.
All right.
It's a very pretty oak tree. Very big.
Yeah, Leon's just like, from what my mom told me about Faye, no one touched the tree.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
You have no idea how tempting it was for me to just be like, well, Cory is already touching the tree now.
Corey touching the tree on the other side.
Like,
What?
Leon says nobody touched the tree. Smash cut to Cory, like leaning up against it.
What tree?
I think Corey's paying attention enough to it.
Yeah.
So does the tree look damaged? Can we tell?
Mm-mm. Tree does not look damaged. It's just like the lines just sort of like, it's just where the two lines cross.
There's nothing else. There's
Is,
not. Is anything weird about it? Like,
is it near a certain grave?
No. No to both questions. It's a very big tree. Very big, very old. It's there's a handful of trees in the cemetery. There's a decent number, and there's some of them that just like aren't over anybody's graves. They're just like there as decoration. It's by a path.
mhm.
But it's not near any, it's close to sort of that older section of the cemetery, but it's not like guarding the gate to it or anything like that. It's just, the weird thing about it is that it is exactly at the intersection of those two lines.
That's weird.
But it's
Is
very
the-
pretty and very large. It gives you a good amount of shade from the sun.
Is the tree disturbed? Like, if I like walk around the tree, is there like, has anyone carved like a name in it, or like a kid like James
There
was
are-
here?
Bunch of carvings like that in there. A lot of like heart, so and so heart somebody else, like the heart initials. There's a number of those that have just been carved in over the years. Nothing that looks new.
Okay.
Interesting.
Basil, you know about trees?
I do know about trees.
Is this tree's like cool? Is this tree just a tree?
Can I use tree sense?
I like to roll for tree.
You have outdoors.
Yeah,
I know.
I do.
You're more outdoorsy than I have 1 point of
I-
outdoors.
I got 2 in outdoors.
So if you would like, you can spend 1 or 2 of those points, or you can just get what you know by seeing the tree. You don't have to roll anything. You get something, but you could get more possibly.
Okay. I will roll some outdoors. Oof. Only a 2, sadly.
Okay, I mean, you have the skill, so you get things from that. So it's an oak tree. It is very old. extremely old, like as old as probably the town itself. And you've also seen a few other, I mean, not in a cemetery, but around town. You've seen a small handful of other oak trees that are this old and this big, just around town. That they're just there. They're not in front of anything. There's no plaques. One of them is in a park, so there's a bench underneath it. But there's just a few others around town that are of this age and size. But you don't pick up anything as otherwise odd. I mean, it's a little odd to see a tree that's this old. But that's the odd thing about it, rather than, I mean, it's not like sprinkling fairy dust on you or anything. Yeah.
Alright.
Arwind, do you mind taking a picture of the tree?
Yeah. Zeri, I'm okay. I'll go around and I like take pictures around, like not just in one spot, kind of going around, and then from like underneath up into the leaves, kind of pointing outwards, just so I have like a nice spread.
A question about the other tree locations. Are they in like specific locations, like the farmhouse or like the movie theater?
Up the map. So, again, there's one in a park that I'll put these on the map for you all. There's one at the pool. There is in fact one kind of in the back of the movie theater property. There's one in a park, and the other one is behind the library. And I'll drop them on the map.
I mean, so this is weird. For sure.
You don't really see the burn marks and the tree just absolutely fine. That's a bit strange. And it is pretty old. I've seen a couple of them around. There's and I note the ones that I've seen to the group as well.
Okay. I mean, one of those places is connected.
Yeah.
Should
maybe something creepy is going to happen tonight, and there'll be another tree sitch. Who knows? I mean, we could check out the one in the movie theater.
I know. I got to take you home, Basil. It'll be on the way. If anyone. Well, let's continue to carefully look through, and I'll take you through the older part, and then we'll see if we can find Zacharias. So we're still, we're going to resume our careful of the work our way into the older part and such.
Okay. So it takes a little bit of looking around, and the in the older part of the cemetery, like the stones are just weathered, so it's, it takes a lot longer to like look at them and figure out what they are. But you do find Zacharias. He's in kind of a little bit of a family like section. There's a bunch of people with the same last name of Forrester in there, and
Is the grave disturbed? Is the gravestone, is the headstone like cracked or anything like that?
Headstone is in one piece. You still got points in notice. You didn't spend all yours down, right?
No, I do have notice.
Okay. You catch this mostly because the sun it's 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon in the Midwest in the summer. It's still full bright, but it's starting to kind of head down for some afternoon sun, and it just kind of like glints off of it. His headstone is just a little bit like, they're all, those stone that's kind of got like the sparkles in it, like that's occasionally headstone-y. His is just a little bit brighter than the others around him. And as you notice that, you kind of look around the cemetery and you see a few other gravestones that have that same brightness to them.
Can we take a note as to who?
Mm-hmm. Yep. There is a Juliana Lightwood who died in 1935. A James Cartwright who died in 1963. Where's my list? Annalise Ryder from 1894. And a Orson Hill from 1918.
And when did Zechariah?
Yeah, when was Zechariah?
He was 1785. So 5 in total.
Hey y'all. So there's 5 of them and 5 of us.
What connection are you trying to
creepy.
make here?
And 5 trees for the
And
record.
five trees. So, I mean, Cory, I know you're already in school, but I think everybody takes one and has some homework.
Yep.
Yeah. Who's picking what?
I mean, if everyone could pick a tree to investigate and a person to try and figure out something about, then we don't have to all spin our wheels. You know, it could be fun, Cory.
Yeah.
It's like extracurricular homework. Adventure. Think of it like an adventure.
Yeah. And then Cory's gonna kind of lean down at Arwind. I'm probably gonna need your help with this homework too. Damn it.
Oh god.
Yeah. Let's work on this together. I'm new, and I'll probably need.
Yeah,
I might need you.
I'm
I'm gonna need her help on this one too, just because.
Yeah.
I
What
don't
we
know.
can do is like when we go like either to the museum or to the library or to the courthouse, we each are looking for a particular person and that sort of
Yeah.
deal. I think
Mhm.
we sort of like start as where, and it's like football. It's like a football huddle. Like when they come in and then they form their plan and then they go break.
And they break.
Yeah, that sort of
And
deal.
go.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds
Um,
cool.
So
So
I
they wanna-
think, yeah.
Like, yeah.
So do we want to meet up? I don't know when everybody can meet up next. I know Cory's got school tomorrow. I don't know if you want to do it after Cory's school or.
Yeah, Cory, you kind of took up your whole day today. Do you want to take a day off tomorrow, or?
No, I mean, why? I'm good.
I don't know. You may have other stuff you want to do for the summer besides hunt ghosts.
I mean, it's cool.
Cool. Thanks. Cool.
Thanks, Cory.
I mean, I guess let's get home, everybody. Rest up. Don't go exploring weird explosion noises alone, and
Yeah.
Mhm.
keep your bracelets on.
What if we have like a system where, like, if you see anything weird and you really have to grab someone, then you have like a buddy.
I mean, that could work.
Buddy
We're,
system would work.
we're an odd number, so somebody gets double buddied.
Oh.
I'm not saying that's bad. I was just stating a fact.
No, because you could partner with you, and you could partner with you. Yeah, it works out.
Who are you
Okay,
going to partner with, Cory?
Leon just looks at everyone else. Who's going to partner with Cory?
You know
Right.
what? Wait, how about we don't have set partners, but we all agree to not go out alone?
Yeah, fair.
Fair enough.
That
I got a
makes
new.
sense.
My parents just got me a direct line, guys. So I'll give you my new number.
Wait,
Goes
what?
right to my room. Yeah.
Nice.
You tell us this now?
No one asked.
Well, I mean,
I mean,
no
that's
one
fair.
really knew, Leon.
Alright, Corey will pull like a Sharpie out of
That's so cool.
Yeah.
their
And I'll
backpack.
give you my pager number. Grandpa won't mind if I give you my pager number.
Cool.
Alright, what's your number?
I love that you had that available.
Yeah.
I love Cory so much.
All right. And on that like ready break moment, we will wrap the session. We are going to go around, do outros. Players tell us who you are, where people can find you on the internet, and if there's any project or thing or etc. that you would like to plug and advertise, please feel free to do so. I don't have the overlay up anymore because my internet was doing weird things and I had to close Twitch. So we'll just go around what my Zoom call is and start with Wasa.
Hey guys, Wasa here, Wasagi91 on Twitter. I am a writer and currently my project is I'm part of a team for Omens Rising, which is a card-based game that we're currently doing playtest for. So yeah, hit me up if you want to know a little bit more about that. So there's that. And on Deck of Many Things, there is the Sino Una book that is out for pre-order. So if you're interested, there is that as well. And that's it. Have a good one, guys.
All right. KP.
Hey guys, thanks everybody for joining us. And I'm KP, and I mainly go by KPLN Photos on Instagram and Twitter and pretty much all my other social medias. I'm a photographer, so primarily I do cosplay and portrait photography. You might have seen some of my photos. Sometimes I'm also cosplaying as Gilmore, so that's some of the things I'm known for. As of right now, I'm kind of just chilling with this COVID-19 situation, but if you guys want to check out my work, or if you guys need any editing stuff, I'm kind of offering some photo editing services right now, and I have other methods of supporting and stuff like that, or like a Patreon and things on my Twitter. You can find it on my page over there. So yeah, that's pretty much what's going on.
Awesome. And Michelle.
Hi, I'm Michelle Ealing. You find me on Twitter at Michelle Ealing, or really hanging out in the Discord. Like we said, it's a wonderful place full of wonderful people. Yeah, warm, welcoming, and gay. So there we go. You can find me on this channel on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. playing in our crazy world of Rifts, where I play Jovra. Sarah's been on there and she knows how crazy it can get.
It is wild.
Yes. Every other Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, you can find me on the Megardia channel playing Zenbrex in Megardia. On the Megardia channel playing Zenbrex in Titans Air. That's the order. And that's basically it right now.
All right. And Austin.
Hey everybody, I'm Austin. You can find me on Twitter at NightAU26. And you can also find me every Monday on my podcast I co-host, Secret History of Nerd Mysteries. The Twitter for that is at Nerd Mystery, where me and my friend Brenda just talk about nerdy shit for an hour. This past week, I brought the topic, so this Monday you can look forward to hearing me geek out about everything Power Rangers. So that's kind of all I'm up to. My day job is being a therapist, so I can't really I'm doing telehealth, so if someone watching this wants some help with that, I can try and help you out. But not really gonna plug that too hard because licensure makes it weird on who I can help and what state you're in.
And Ren.
Hi, I'm Ren. I just played Cory. I just plugged everyone's Twitters down into the chat so you can click on us and follow us and stuff. I'm at Atomic Firebird on Twitter. I have a Twitch channel of my own because, you know, what good millennial doesn't? Where on Wednesday nights, I do an interview show called Tales of Make-Believe, where I interview a live-action role player to get some info out about that interesting hobby and share some tales about the battlefield. And then next Friday, we're starting our second show on that channel called Journey to Make-Believe, which is a show where I get some of my aforementioned LARPer friends onto a one-shot TTRPG stream with some of my experienced TTRPG streamer friends to continue to build the community that I'm trying really hard to build over there. So I'm also in a couple of other things on other people's channels. You can just go to my Twitter and look at my pinned post. All that information is there. And yeah, that's me.
Awesome. And I am Sarah. I played the GM. And you can find me on Twitter at ArclightPhoenix. Please note Phoenix does not have vowels. Vowels is a whole other person. Find me here doing this every Saturday, obviously. I am also Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern on channel Other Doc. I am playing the Hacker Valkyrie in a cyberpunk campaign called Sprawl. So that's super cool. Super fun. And I think next Saturday, because choices were made to do 2 streams in a day by me, I am on Dice Prairie's Community Theater next Saturday. I think that's when that is. So you can check me out there. And then you can have all the Sarah content you want by coming over here and seeing this at 8 p.m. But thank you all to players. You are all wonderful humans. Chat, you are awesome as well. And thank you all, and we will see you all next week.